Good morning, guys. I'm Kalyan Rao. I have recently completed my graduation degree in the stream of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Now I'm explaining about how to print patterns in Python. Uh, as you know, in top MNCs are software companies asking the printing the patterns. Now I'm explaining the patterns. Now you take input from user. Now you take input from user. Get the int. It's taking number of rows. Int input. Now as you know, first loops, you in Python you have two types of loops. One is for loop and second one is while loop. When you for loop is using for ranges and while loop is using for condition based. Now I am using in this loops for loop. Now I am printing a square for I in the range 1 comma n. Here for loop, I is a variable. Here printing the. Now I am taking print I, taking input. It's printing the 1 to 5. In this patterns using star 5. Here 1 is included, n is excluded. We give the 4, but here printed 3 stars because n is excluded. In the range they taken only 1 to 4, but they take only 3 elements because n is excluded. So you take n plus 1. uh, Now you take 4, it gives 4 stars. In this loop it's take only one dimensional. Use two dimensional to print the patterns, to use the two dimensional to use the nested loop. For j in range of 1 comma, as you take n plus 1. Okay, i want I want to print 5. As you see, every star printed it's taking new line. So to preventing the new line, to add the end equal to space, it's preventing the taking new line. It's printing only one line. Now print the empty space for the purpose of every iterating of inner loop. Indentation error. Print space, it's move to new line for the purpose of to printing the pattern. Here I am printing square. Now I want to print this triangle, star triangle, right angle triangle. So now you write the code to update the code. Here we update the code. As you know, I am giving 5 input. Here printed 4 stars. Why? What happened? I am 5. Here printing the 5 right angle aligned triangle. Here I am explaining the code. Here I am explaining the code. In get the number. First of all, in get the number from the user, we take 5, and in first loop, outer loop, it takes the number of control, the number of lines, it will be the rows, and in inner loop, controls the how many stars printed in the current line. It runs the I times. It runs the I times. Print star. It's print the stars. Single star for every iteration of inner loop, and here printed space. It moves to next line for the every iteration of outer loop. The code split is slightly incompleted. N is not defined when the loop starts, but we assume when you assume that. Now I want to print this triangle with numeric values. Now I am want to write code n equal to int of input. Here you're taking the number of rows. You're asking the user. Now I am control Z. Now outer loop for printing the number of rows for I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. As you know, n is excluded, that's why n plus 1. After for j in range of, I want to print a right aligned triangle. So here you take 2 inner loops, because one loop for aligned space, leading space, to print the leading space, one print loop for to print the stars or numbers. First of all, here you print I 1 comma I plus 1. Print star. As you know, it gives the ends, prevents the taking new line. To purpose of printing the given pattern, print space for move to new line. Pass the loop. I want to print 5. Range expected at least one argument, so I want n. As you know, I am printing this triangle, but I want right aligned triangle like this. So now I want to Now I want to add the leading spaces. As you know, why you use end. Here taking n means 5 leading spaces, but I want print reverse of this triangle. So to implement this, I minus, as you observe here, first I equal to 1, 1 comma 6, loop executing, range 1 comma n minus I, n is equal to 5, 5 minus I 1 means 4, 4 here taking 4 leading spaces. After completed, print the 1 star. J is updated. J updated. I updated to 2. N minus 2. Here printed 3 leading spaces. Here updating the leading spaces. Now I want to now I want to print this triangle with numerics. So now I am as the same code. We update the some updates. Now 1 comma I plus 1. Here you take n minus I to printing the k. Now observe it's update the triangle. Okay, I'm missing the open braces. I want 6 now. Here updating k. Sorry. Here I am taking 6 as input. Here we saw this is rainfall triangle. As you observe 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time it's decreasing the value n minus 1, 5, 6 minus 1. It's print the all. 6 minus 2, it's printing 4. 6 minus 2, it's breaking 6 minus 3, 0, 1, 2. As you observe here, here updating the whole triangle. Now I want to print the another triangle. I want to print this triangle. This triangle. N equal to int of input. It's taking the user input. How many rows you want for I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. You know why you take n plus 1. N is excluded, that's why you taking n plus 1. Here you take one for loop for leading spaces. I already you taken I, so you take j in range range of leading spaces, its increment as you want like that. N minus 1. Here you take first leading spaces after printing stars, after printing the normal triangle. It's take three loops for three inner loops to print the leading spaces. You take empty. As you know why you use and it prevents the taking new line. Mm, for k in range of 1 comma I plus 1, as you know second for loop take printing for stars. Now on also printing for now you take one more inner loop for taking the printing the triangle 1 comma 1 comma I plus 1. Observe what the print. And print space for taking new line. I want 6. I want to print this triangle. So I comma 0 comma minus 1. I want 6 as a here we saw one star is extra, so it's minus 1. You taking the starting with here, not here. I want 6 as input. Here is the final output. This is the pattern printing in Python, how to print patterns using the for loops. As you observe here we use four for loops. For leading spaces, first for I for number of rows, and J for printing leading spaces, K for printing uh, right aligned triangle, L for printing right angle triangle. As you observe here, you completed the patterns in Python. Thank you.